channel. I'm Alexa. Today we're making caramel pretzel brownies. I measured out all my ingredients and I recommend that you do so too. You can find a full list of ingredients and measurements in the link in the description. Remember to watch the video first so you can be prepared.
To start, I'm going to make my crust. To do this, I'm going to mix my pretzel crumbs with my brown sugar and melted butter. I'm going to mix this with a spoon until it's all evenly mixed. I recommend using a larger bowl than I did. It'll make it easier to mix it together. Now I'm going to put the crust into the baking pan. Try to press it into an even layer. Next, I'm going to put my crust into the oven. My oven's preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. My crust took 7 to 8 minutes to bake. When it's done, it should be dry and almost solidified. Now I'm going to start on my brownie. To do this, I'm first going to sift my dry ingredients. This is to make sure there are no clumps. If you don't have a sifter, you can use a wire whisk or a fork. When you're sifting, you can push the ingredients through using a rubber spatula or a spoon, or you can tap the sides of it with your hands. If your sifter has a stand, you should tap the sides of your sifter after it looks like all the ingredients have fallen through to make sure no ingredients are stuck. Today I'm not using a sifter with a stand, so I don't have to do this step. Next, I'm going to add my butter, sugar, and sifted cocoa powder into a medium saucepan on low heat. I recommend melting the butter first and then adding my sugar and cocoa powder. I think it's a lot easier that way than the way I did it. I'm going to stir this with my spatula until the butter is melted and mixed in with the other ingredients. It may seem a little gritty in the texture, but that will bake away in the oven. Let this mixture cool for about 5 minutes before going on to the next step of adding in your eggs. Now that all my ingredients are mixed together, I'm going to add in my eggs one at a time. I'm going to whisk them into my brownie mixture as fast as I can so the eggs don't cook. Now that my eggs are fully mixed in, I'm going to add in my sifted dry ingredients from before. I'm going to mix this until you can't visibly see any non-mixed in dry ingredients. Next, I'm going to pour my batter onto the crust. I'm using a rubber spatula to guide it into my pan. Try to pour it evenly on top of the crust because it's harder to spread it without messing up the crust, as you can see. Now I'm going to evenly spread my batter using an offset cake spatula. You can also use a butter knife. Try to make sure it covers all of the crust underneath so the crust doesn't get burned. Also, try to get it entirely level so it bakes evenly. Now I'm going to put my brownies into the oven. My oven's preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. My brownie took 30 minutes to bake. Start checking it around 25 minutes. When it's done, if you stick a cake tester into it or a knife, it'll come out dry. A few crumbs are okay. Put it on a cooling rack to cool. While it's still warm, I'm going to put my caramel sauce on top of the brownie. Before I did this, I warmed the caramel sauce in the microwave for about 10 seconds so it would be easier to pour. When you do that, make sure the cap of the caramel sauce or any other metal parts aren't there. After I pour on all the caramel, I'm going to use an offset cake spatula to spread it evenly across. You can also use a butter knife. And my caramel pretzel brownies are done and looking delicious. Please let me know what you thought of the video in the comments and how the recipe went for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can see when new videos are added. Thank you and enjoy!